both are ready to go before I could really do my introductions proper. Yätta, who has not lost in the above bracket, versus Ripha, who has had to fight in that underground final in a quite dramatic sequence of events. And off we go. We have started. Ninjara from Ripha coming in with that toaster and the Siki. Yätta coming in with Byte and Barq, already using that height to wonderful advantage. And gets the shock as well. That shock coming in the form of that Sparky. And also winning that Brawler as well, so a lot of potential win here. And obviously Barq already down. Ripha needs to take very good care of that little doggo. Grab coming out from Byte and Barq, puts Ripha into one tap range, and probably going to save that rush for the next part. As a result, Barq nearly got the crucial blow, and again almost got that crucial blow. That third random arm is, oh, there you go, Barq's down now. But it doesn't matter anyway, the Sparky hits. Sparky hits beautifully. And this is going to be an uphill battle for Ripha here. I'm going to switch out one of those arms into the Kablammer. And Yätta, well, going to stick exactly with what worked there. Here comes the rush. Barq goes down, but Yätta takes, well, no damage, just the chip. Yätta keeps hold of that rush for the time being. Trying to get the bounce of Barq, but doesn't really bounce high enough with it. Barq goes down as a result. Kablammer just about getting an AoE. Actually just hammers the dog. That poor dog. Grab comes out, but punched right through by Ripha, who is consistently keeping Barq out of there. The second you take Barq away from Byte and Barq, you lose the ability to have that much height in your jump. You lose that quite helpful third arm that it shoots out every now and then. And here comes another rush. Yätta has just fully held onto that rush since the start of this match. But quite kind of placed there, finally just come back in. And trapped in the corner, they could not do anything else from there. So despite the slow start into this match, Ripha managed to get a little bit of advantage and scored a one apiece here. Yätta is going to switch out, going to bring in that Thunderbird, and Ripha's going to stick with the combo that, well, that works for them, but that bird is going to be devastating if it hits. Follow up into a grab. Yätta again just holding onto that rush. Not wanting to use it right now. Could you imagine if they go rushless? Nope, never mind, they finally use it. Ripha trapped in the corner, nothing else they can do. That's a lot of damage that they'll have to come back from here. Gets a two-way punch there. Barq goes down. Byte, whilst they were recovering, Ripha was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna take your dog down now. No big deal. Down into critical condition now, needs to get themselves into a good position. Goes for the rush because I think they realized that Yätta had an opening. That's what they were kind of waiting for. Now with 40 seconds to go, they need to not be hit at all. Another hit will take them down, 1 HP. Yätta is in critical condition as well, doesn't have rush available. And with 30 seconds to go, this is actually anyone's doubt. Never mind, the bird killed it. Damn you, bird. And Yätta will start as they mean to go on, just like how they did in the winners final. 1-0 against Ripha. So I should probably remind you all that if Ripha does manage to come back and do a win here, it manages to win this set, the tournament is not over. The bracket is reset because Yätta will have only just lost the once, and we'll play it again. That is essentially how this goes. We are... Wow, Ripha is going to stay on Buster Beach. Do you remember what I said right at the start of the tournament, where sometimes we might get ourselves into a position where we see the same stage over and over and over again? This is going to be one of those examples. Ripha's like, yeah, we're staying on Buster. That's just how it goes. So Yätta's going to stick with Byte and Barq, and they're bringing that Brawler and the Thunderbird again, since it worked so well for them in that first match. Immediately springing up, didn't quite get the grab that they'd have liked to, but have to take away that You have to take that away from Yätta, otherwise they're going to just use that consistently. Always going up there, always having that height advantage. And obviously they've got the Prowler as well to slow down their descent in the same time. So they have a lot of opportunities. Barq does finally go down, but look at the damage already sustained on Ripha's side. There's a lot to come back from. Granted, a couple of Kablama hits will do that. And just like no sooner have I said that, there's the prime example of it. If it hits you, it hits. I think Ripha actually took a little bit of damage themselves there because Barq was right in front of them with that explosion. And Yätta suddenly actually finds themselves in the corner, kind of going down here. Both have rush available to them. It's just finding their time here. They're actually getting into this again. They had a slow start in that first match and started to bring it back. They're doing the same thing here. Barq has gone down again. Arm starting to show signs of weakness on that left hand side, and now it's the right hand side that has definite weakness. Fade away if they could just about block this, but Yätta's in critical condition. Another couple hits might see this swing the way of Ripha. Never know. Oh, that's a shot. That's nicely done there from Yätta. Both now in critical condition. But as it stands with 10 seconds to go, Ripha will win this by the smallest of health margins. So 5 seconds will either of them, well, neither of them will pop rush, surely not. And I don't think Yätta will. Nope, Yätta went for the grab, but Ripha, well, Ninjara is a very agile character as it is. Knew the grab was coming. All they had to do was just side dash. You're fine. So first point will go to Ripha on this second match. I think Barq immediately got destroyed. Barq is nowhere to be seen now. Come back up at the side somewhere. There you are. We're going to stick with this combination. I actually think both participants have stuck with the same combo. Here comes the rush, and Ripha going to fire on one of their own. Beautifully done. Nicely timed. 305. Yätta thought they had advantage and went for it. Ripha not only managed to dodge it, but suddenly went, you know what, I can easily do this too. And just nicely done there with that counter rush. Just a little tap from the umbrella, and now that Thunderbird just oh wow, two shocked Thunderbirds in a row, and just like that, the health advantage has just swung to Yätta. Now it's back to somewhat equal footings here, but it just goes to show this a momentary lapse in concentration will just do that to you. It's so quick to lose that. Ripha has rush already available again if they so wish to use it. Yätta is in critical condition, but Yätta now crucially also has rush available. So will Ripha try and bait a rush out of Yätta, or will Yätta pull this back? Was holding on. That is another shocked Thunderbird, and Ripha finds themselves behind here with 20 seconds to go. So Ripha wants to take a clean 2-0. They'll have to do something now. And here comes the rush. And Yätta kind of playing a stall tactic there, so forcing Ripha to do an opening hand here. I'm gonna go for the rush, and that may come to bite Yätta in the end. Barq flies in their face, and that's gonna be one apiece. That was a little bit of a mistake there from Yätta. They went for the rush, realized they couldn't connect proper with it, and then ran backwards in an attempt to stall out the next 10 seconds. But unfortunately, you can't really stall out a player like Ripha, who is aggressive just by default. So that was an interesting decision, and it did not pay off for them. So one apiece in this grand final. Scrapyard and Mausoleum banned from Ripha. We are going to Temple Ground, so I'm going to take a break from the beach, which is nice. It's always good to see. We are going to go ahead, and Yätta is going to switch. Byte Barq, no more. We are going to see Min Min come in. Ninjara going to keep up with the arms that they like. Actually going to be a little bit of a switch here. Going to come in with a Toaster and a Seiki. Meanwhile, Yätta with the Min Min going to come out with a Roaster. And also going to come out with the Megawatt too. Be very careful to see that obviously the Megawatt, one of the heavier arms in the game, obviously has that shock ability as well. And is the one that is on Min Min's perma-charge side. Generally just punches through everything. This way you have to do trouble. That looked weird on my screen for a moment. Oh, probably still the same in your end too. Both with rush already available, and Ripha's gonna... Oh, that is unfortunate. I think Ripha thought that that was not gonna happen, but it did. Sometimes it's the one pixel moments that really throw you, and for Ripha, that is exactly what happened. One pixel on that pillar went, you know what, I'm still in the way, and not only did that not hit, the self-destruct completely landed at Ripha's feet. And that, I feel like, has thrown all of the momentum off of him, because, yeah, one more punch will do it, and there it is. Yeah, I feel like there were some choice words being said there, because that, yeah, you really hate to see that. Ripha gonna go ahead and switch out the missile, using that for the Kablammer. Meanwhile, Yätta gonna stick with what worked there. Certainly very much worked for them, but oh, dashed right into Ripha's rush. That was only going to end badly there. Arm weak on that left-hand side, and Ripha's keeping up this pressure nicely. I don't think they're in a happy mood after what just happened, but that is going to be a fair amount of damage. 310. Was a bit too open with that, a little bit too aggressive. Managed to at least get the ward away from them, but you need to be so careful. If that does hit you, you're in for a bad time. Yätta almost into critical position, and Ripha get the tag of their own. And I think the Watt just about clipped the hammer, and Ripha goes, you know what, screw this. You're having a rush. I really don't want to take this anywhere else. This is going to go one apiece again. As match 3 goes to the final point as well. Remember that this is a best of 5. This is the grand final. So it is all to play for. Yätta gonna stick with their guns. They're absolutely convinced that this will work. Fair, they have that first point already. They just need to find a second. Meanwhile, just dancing around with Min, trying to get that charge back up as quickly as possible as well, since they did use it right at the end. Actually going to get a good number of dodges here. No damage at all from that rush for Yätta. Now Ripha has a rush available to them, and they are actually going to try and pop it. Going to do chip damage, but nothing more, and a solid 100 there from Yätta. And that did not work out for Ripha at all, and now they just can't get back into position. Try and charge back up, but the Watt just about stalling them a little bit. Got a bit of a self-destruct off that Kablammer, just a little. He's so covered with that. Yätta really has not taken much damage at all. They just get a punch in, but Ripha's got quite a ways to go here, and there's only 30 seconds left, and here comes the rush. That is massive damage, 280. Ripha into critical. Yätta not even at the halfway mark, so 20 seconds to go. Ripha has got it all to do. Manages to land a good solid punch. That'll take it almost down to half health. They have a rush available, so it's really just a case of trying to pop this. Nope, that's not going to happen. The Megawatt did exactly what it needed to do. It punched through, it paralyzed, and Min with the grab. And that is going to be another point for Yätta. That puts them onto championship points. As we move into match 4 for the 3rd time in a row. So, Ripha has it all to do once again. It's still anyone's game. It is still anyone's tournament. Ripha, to nobody's surprise, has picked DNA Lab. I'm absolutely fine with, because I do like DNA Lab. Ripha must win to keep this tournament alive. If Yätta win this set, the tournament is over, and they will have won. Ripha coming in with Ninjara, Yätta coming in with Min. Let us see how these both go. Ninjara gonna play a very interesting game here. A Scully and a clapback. Min gonna go with the Biffler? We got a Biffler and a Roaster here on Min's side, which is a very cool choice. Those of you who don't know what the Biffler does, well, if the Buffler hits you charged, Yeah, you get blinded for a little bit. I hope you like the game's mascot and in-game commentator in the Grand Prix mode, because you'll get his face everywhere. As the music starts getting as intense as it always does on this stage, Yätta has Rush already available. Ripha almost there, but just dancing around those tubes, trying to draw out a mistake from Yätta. But those biffs are landing where they need to, and the Rush comes in. Yätta tries to backtrack quickly. It does take damage in the process. Does get a bit of a poison stack as well, so needs to manage that. Does go away. Ninjara gets a dodge into Scully with a very important Rush denial there. That's what Ripha needed, but now they need to do the hard part and keep that health advantage. Keep the pressure on at the same time. Another tube will go down. 4 remain. Min just dances around this. They don't really have anything that they can curve around with. To be fair, neither does Ripha. Ripha does have that clapback and just immediately in the face. Yätta almost into critical with 20 seconds to go. Another punch, tried to go for the follow-up grab, didn't happen. Arm weak on the left-hand side. Yätta with the rush, and Ninjara quickly jumps behind the tube. They knew that they were in trouble. Yätta in critical. Ripha just needs to not be touched and actually clips a clapback hit in the end. You see this, bink, right on the ankle. They knew that Min was coming in for a very quick and dangerous shot there. Charges up the roaster, gonna stick with that Biffler as well. Ripha, meanwhile, Phoenix, clapback. They're switching out the Scully because they know that Min will try and plan for that, and somehow that rush didn't quite connect properly. Min got away with that nicely. So Ripha will have to charge it all over again, whilst Yätta is literally a second or two away from getting one of their own. And actually, you saw the blue blob there. Yätta had the charge, but it got clapped back in their face. So they got blinded by their own weapon. And now here comes the biffs. Finally landed on Ripha, but Ripha will take that. It's not the end of the world for them. Especially because in the fact that they managed to land another Phoenix, and since they are the ones who will get rushed next, it's still very much an advantage for them that they can take this into the final match, potentially. Breaks yet another tube, and Yätta guarded too much, and I think Ripha knew that it was just a matter of time, and it was just a case of when were they going to press the button. Yätta in critical condition with 30 seconds to go. Ripha needs 1, maybe 2 punches at the very least to see us go into match number 5. A clapback hit knocks Yätta back. Yätta does have rush with 20 seconds to go. As close as possible. Does actually land a rush here. But Ripha's still at the halfway mark. Yätta's got to hit every single punch here. But it's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. It knocked the Biffler right back into Min's face. We are going to match 5 for the 2nd time in a row. And better yet, it's in the grand final. Now, here's the deal. You slip and slide on this banana peel. Seriously, here it is. If Yätta wins this next set, the championship is over, and Yätta wins. If Ripha wins, the bracket is reset, and we do another grand final. We're going to Temple Grounds. Scrapyard Mausoleum banned from Ripha. Yätta picks Temple. And Yätta has switched to Twin Tail. Ninjara, obviously Ripha's main course of action, but this is it. This is make or break right here. Ripha coming out with the popper and lockjaw. Yätta coming out with a popper of their own and that brawler. You just don't know how this is going to go, and we've got more pillars to dance around, and hopefully Ripha will have learned to not be too close to that when activating rush this time, but we'll see. As both start their usual dancing routine, Ripha is the one who's taking the most damage at the moment. Both will have rush available to them, so you have to remember Not exactly fighting the usual things now. Yätta should know what Ripha is dealing with here. And here comes the rush, and unfortunately for Yätta, did not need to activate rush at all. Went in for the punch. Kind of committed with the attack. Ripha saw an opening, went for the rush. Yätta tried to counter rush, but was too close to really be able to get away with it. And well, despite taking the damage, Ripha is the one who still is at a disadvantage, almost into critical condition with 30 seconds to go. It's not over yet, but we've got a ways to go to get back into this. All practically in critical condition, both having rushed, 20 seconds to go, and Yätta's just going to try and play the stall game here. Just hide around the pillars, see if they can be knocked down, see if they can at least just try and get a last second KO. But look at this, they're just dancing. They know that they've got more than enough of a health gap to not even be a threat to rush, and Ripha knows. Ripha knew and just stopped fighting. Like, he knew he was not going to get back into that match with 5 seconds to go. So, Twintel on championship point. One more win will hand her the tournament. But will Yätta be able to do this? Or are they going to take a hit to the face? Fire that rush, 340. They didn't get knocked back. Oh, now they do. Like a second late, but there's the knockback. Practically down to half health, and Ripha is now the one who tries to take the lead in this match. Starts charging up their rush as quickly as possible. Yätta holding on to theirs, waiting for the time to strike. Got all the time in the world. They cannot afford to let Ripha get the momentum. They're almost at rush potential here. So they both had arms weak, but they have faded away, and Ripha is going to be victim of a massive combination here. No, not quite big enough. Only 160 in the end. Not anywhere near as what Twintel would have probably hoped for. Ripha does have a rush available to them. Manages to get another solid hit. Top on the lockjaw finally starting to work for them. The umbrella missed, and now it's one of Ripha's own. It's going to be 165, making 185 for that bonus 20 tag, and a straight up lockjaw to the face. We're going to the final round. We're going to the final point. This is... Whoever wins this will change how this tournament goes. Remember, if Yätta wins, it's over. If Ripha wins, it is not over by a long shot. Both will have to charge their rushes, and Ripha gets caught with the knockback again. Both have not switched their answer. They're both going in with what they like, with what they believe will work. Ripha gets punted into the corner yet again, and has to really fight their way back into this. Finally knocks Twintel down and actually decides, you know what, I'm going to keep this range. Both have rush ready to use. It's anyone's game at this point. It's really who's going to blink first. Who's going to be the one who just uses the rush at the worst possible time. Grab and missed. Gets punched down by Yätta. Twintel is all over Ninjara at this point in time. Their health is starting to finally open up a nice gap, but it's... A rush can easily swing it. Ninjara just trying to get into a decent position, but both keep connecting with their poppers. Ripha hits critical condition, comes with the rush, but the brawler denies him, and this is a mountain to climb now for Ripha. Ripha in critical condition with 30 seconds to go. Manages to shut down one grab, but this is absolutely crunch time for Ripha. Yätta has a rush and is still over 50% health. Critical condition from Ripha. They need a miracle to stay in this, and the rush is going to come out. And I think Ripha knows it's just not going to happen, because the land surely will come. Lockjaw hits, and so does the follower with 6 seconds. Ripha is just not going to be able to do it, and Ripha knows. He concedes. It's over. Oh, the brawler denied them the rush hit that they needed, and Yätta had to absolutely stick to it all the way to the end. And it's 3-2 that it ends. Oh my word, what a match. What a final. Yätta, congratulations, you win the European Challenge Cup, the 29th entry of which, in dramatic style, they beat Ripha in the winners final by 3 points to 1. and just about eked out that win with a 3-2 grand final set. Ripha was this close to forcing a bracket reset and continuing on this tournament, but it just wasn't meant to be. Commiserations to Ripha, you will finish second place. And Iceman finished a very good fight in third as well, because that underground final also went to a full best of 5, so brilliantly done. And obviously fourth place goes to Okrim, who lost 2-0 in that underground semi-final to Iceman. Bravo to everyone involved. It has been an amazing competition.